Welcome back, everyone, to a brand new TV review. Today I'm going to be going over The Boys Season 2, Episode 5. We gotta go now! That's the title of this episode. Of course, we are going to be talking full spoilers. I'm not going to recap every single moment of this. I'm going to talk about the things that really stuck out to me, certain of the characters. I have my notes right in front of me. I'm sure many of you guys also have your notes, and I want to hear all down below in the comment section, so make sure to leave a comment down there. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this week of The Boys. I love this episode, and already seeing the full season. Guys, next week's episode, woo-wee! Woo-wee! Oh my god, that's one for the takers, trust me. A lot of you guys are gonna love that, but this one's great. I love how the season's really building, and really every single episode's kind of getting better and better and better, in particular in some ways. But again, I have my notes. We're going to talk about the soups, we're going to talk about Butcher and the boys, and of course we're going to get straight into the middle and the certain things that I felt throughout it. This is going to be a fun time, guys, so make sure, again, to hit that like and subscribe, and if you guys love the boys just as much as I do, I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below, and, well, let's get to it. So starting with the soups, let's just start with it. One of my favorite moments, like one of my favorite lines, I love picking out one line throughout the whole entire episode, and my favorite one from this is, all starving, they're all starving, so what? One of them has a cell phone. Goddamn, Homelander is seriously one of the best written characters in TV right now, and honestly, by the time this show ends, probably of all time. Just that one line, so fucked up, but so right to his character and who he is, and really, just this whole thing of seeing how Homelander is now being protested after what he had done. This is not what he did. Everyone looks at him as being the Superman of this world, but as us looking in on him, we know, no, this guy's a dirty little fucker, and we don't like him at all, guys. We don't like him at all, but we're not cheering for him and all that sort of stuff, so it's really interesting to see how much he's being protested. Then he tries to go to the protest and try to calm everyone down, and he makes it even worse, which really turns him around to go towards Stormfront, who's getting such high praises. And we really see this kind of fruition coming between them, especially by the end of this episode, where, oh my god, they are kissing, they are doing stuff, and we see a little bit of that in the trailer, but goddamn, they are a thing! Homelander, do you know you're dating a Nazi? Do you know you're dating a Nazi, sir? But in all sorts of realistic stuff. I love that. I love that build up to it. Now, I was talking to one of my friends who watched this episode and also told me he didn't feel like it had been enough time for them to kind of formulate together, but I think Homelander is such an egomaniac that he needs the people to love him, and he's seen how many people are loving Stormfront, even though she is just as bad as he is, if not worse. I mean, we know she's worse, but to the public, what she's doing, how she's killing, you know, it's pretty bad. For me, I like what they're doing with Homelander, going straight to her because he feels defeated. He needs to win back the peace and the people of love, and I love that. I liked seeing the whole soups on the movie set, and in fact, in my middle portion, I really talked about and really gave a thought of this kind of feeling a Tropic Thunder vibe in here, of them trying to film this movie, The Seven, or Unite the Seven, or whatever the damn title is, Dawn of the Seven. Oh my god, so stupid, but I love it. It's like they're trying to film Fast and Furious with superheroes, but I mean, Fast and Furious is kind of like superheroes now. I mean, they're going into space in their next film. They've already confirmed that, which... that's dumb. But I'm all for it, and just like in this, I'm all for this as well. Going in there, we see some fun interactions between the soups. We get A-Train kind of rewriting one of his scenes, which I love, the egomaniac that A-Train is. I also like how they're trying to piece things together, but one of the things that became really interesting, and absolutely one of my favorite parts of this whole entire season so far, is what they are doing with Queen Maeve's character. Now, of course, she's the Wonder Woman of this world, and she is gay. And this is a big topic of discussion here of what the studio, and in general, what Vought is trying to do with her character, and her in herself. And again, we talked about last week how Vought is kind of like Disney for this world, and really the parallels are still there. This seems like something Disney would do, and I love seeing again how they are able to do this through the producers and how they're trying to sell it. And in general, her relationship with this main girl is really special, and I'm loving what they are doing with Maeve. They're really diving into her deeper as a character piece, and again, knowing what happens throughout the rest of the season, it's going to high levels, everyone. Of course, last week we were left off on Black Noir trying to hunt down Butcher, and he found him. Oh, jolly good, he found him, which kind of brings us over to Butcher and the boys, of course. Butcher not handling everything well. He's starting fights, and he has that great conversation between him and Huey, and, you know, he was actually nice, which came off a little bit weird to Huey. So him and Mother Milk decide to bunch it up and go find him, which he heads over and Butcher the Judy. It's his, yeah, he's the nephew to her. It became all very interesting in this case, finding out that Butcher's parents are wanting to fly over to find out if he's doing okay and all that nature. But this is where it kind of gets down to the big highlight of this episode is Black Noir attacking them. And it's really interesting to see how they're building this up. They're trying to, you know, use the skills that they can. They call the fire department, say there's a giant gas leak in the neighborhood, get everyone out, and then, of course, build and kind of Home Alone this whole type of house. I love seeing what Mother's Milk was able to do throughout this, Huey helping out, them all having great conversations, great set pieces, but the intensity really starts when they're underneath and they hear Black Noir come in and things just start blowing up. It gets high intense in there, and it really, again, falters back to that Home Alone feeling, but also that feeling of a horror movie, maybe even of the likes of Halloween, where Black Noir is, in a sense, kind of like the Michael Myers to the scene, and I loved it because it's building up the intensity. You don't know where he's going to come out, and of course it does build up to that high-octane, intense action scene, and really draw and set down between Butcher and, of course, Black Noir. This fight scene was intense, of course, until Butcher says, "Hey, I have these dirty pictures and I'm gonna blackmail the hell out of you," which then Black Noir pulls out and leaves them all to live. I didn't even get to mention this yet, but one of my favorite lines, again, I love taking one from Homelander, and I usually love taking one from Butcher, and I took one from Butcher this week, and my favorite line was, "It ain't that massage parlor boy." I love him. Again, he's such a great actor. Carl Urban just nails this role, but again, what they're doing so well this season is, again, adding those layers to these characters that we adore and love. We already got the fucked up shit from Homelander in the first season, but they're actually giving more of an interesting vibe to him. They're giving more of an interesting vibe to Butcher as well, and it's so damn unique. Of course, let's get kind of more of the side characters in here. Kamiko and Frenchie kind of have a reconnection. Kamiko kicks some ass as well, but of course they finally have this reconnection, and I love how Frenchie was really like, "I want to understand, I want to be there for you. Thank you, Frenchie." Moving in the Starlight, she's also having some conversation with her mom. Her mom showed up, and yeah, we already know that's gonna go somewhere, because Starlight and her mom were not on the best of terms after last season. And of course, Stormfront talking to Lamplighter. That is a big thing. If you're a comic book fan, you know who Lamplighter is. This is going places, guys. Holy crap. You see the thing flipping and you're like, that's gonna come into play very soon. We also see, of course, Starlight going through Stormfront's stuff and Stormfront almost catching her. She's onto her, but will she though? Of course, we also saw a little bit between Maeve and the Deep. She went to go visit him. He's at the Collective Church, so really freaky stuff. I really don't understand where they're going with that, in particular within this episode. But, of course, Maeve's have this great discussion with the Deep. If you want to win back everyone, you gotta win my respect back. So, you help me, I'll help you. Which, again, of course, this is what they are. All of them are egomaniacs. They all want to be a part of the Unite the Seven. We all, in general, we want the best superheroes in here, and we want the worst ones to just die and leave. Again, what a solid, great episode. Again, probably my favorite one of the season so far to this point. There's one in particular that's still my favorite out of the whole entire season, which is going to be coming up very much soon, guys. So make sure to get hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on content like this over here on a daily basis, so we can keep talking the boys every single week down below in the comment section. As well as, guys, I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts down there as well. This is a great episode. The Black Noir stuff was easily my favorite. I think this is the most that we truly have seen of him yet. And again, he is like that scary Michael Myers figure, and I love how they were able to frame that within the writing and the directing in this episode. Phenomenal, guys. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on us, and of course, until next time, stay classy.